Menu narration set to 100.
Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. There he goes left side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Throwing to start the drive. Stenson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Stenson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Well, you talk about this Jets defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Now 2nd and 9. Allen now looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. The Bills at 2-6 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Allen going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Pacheco will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the 50-yard line.
Ready.
Here's Allen. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of one there. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it first and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On first down, Callaway. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Here's Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Let's go now. Go.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th.
18 Cardinals.
They'll run for it. This is Allen. The 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Braylon Allen with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Allen. That is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Don't jump. Ready?
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Ready.
Now a toss here, short side. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And fights through one man. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hardman to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And the Bills are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Jets 7.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up second.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
19-18. Go.
2nd and 9 now. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
They go play action here on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
Here we go. Here we go.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have got it back to within a score.
Kick is good.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
To throw, it's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now Allen. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 5-receiver set, trying to find something on 3rd and 10.
Ready? 19 charge. Ready?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Hardman on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 10. And he brings this one back.
That's the 2nd time you've run smooth over my wide receiver, and there's no call.
For the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll be at the
This is just beginning to be bullshit now. No pass interference is call and shit like that.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through it. Head. tuck it away, take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
76.
Now a carry for Allen. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Go win him, go win him. Ready, right?
Here's 2nd and 8. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds Ivory here. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sly able to put this one through. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Second and 10. Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw. Stenson. Caught. This is Ivory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
An 8-yard pickup.
Ready.
First down, Jets.
Come on. Go.
Looking to throw. Stenson. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
Off play action. Stenson. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
331. Right.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
49-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Callaway. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Throwing now is Allen. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. To the air, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
First and goal at the
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third.
Jets, 27.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Okay,
Now,
ready?
following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Ready.
Back to throw. Stinson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Get it. Let go.
Now Allen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Ready. Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Landon Jackson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And it's 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Pass to 60. Pass to 60.
Operating from the gun, Stinson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
How is a defensive end or linebacker, what might be, running with a 98-speed wide receiver?
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 75 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Callaway. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
On play action, Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
How is your guys reaching back and intercepting the ball without even looking at it? It just makes no sense.
That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Terrell Bernard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Ready? 60 Eagles. Viking 18.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Stinson. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And here's a fake on the jet sweep as they go instead with Pacheco. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed
I'm getting the you're experiencing difficulty, you're experiencing difficulty, you're experiencing difficulty.
They feel like they've got the confidence
Over and over and over.
and keep picking up good yardage.
It's going to disconnect us because
4-yard line. 3.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
So you said key third down. I like that work. Put it in bold. Here we go. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed
I'm getting the you're experiencing difficulty, you're experiencing difficulty, you're experiencing difficulty.